Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is my 500 subscribers Q&A video. I already announced the giveaway in my previous video, so if you haven't had a look at it yet, go ahead and check that out. Please do participate, you can win a lot of goodies in it. But yeah, for this Q&A I actually got a lot more questions than I anticipated, so without further ado, let's get started. The first question is by Acumortis and he actually had two questions. First question, if God never existed, what other subculture would you have chosen to become part of and why? I was actually in the more metal scene before I actually discovered God. So if metal was the only scene I knew of, I think I would have stayed in metal. So I would have been a metal chick because I relate to a lot of the music still. I listen to a lot of metal, I do listen to electronic music as well. But if God wouldn't have existed, I think I would be a metalhead. And then the second question he asks is, are there any fashion choices from your past you regret or are embarrassed by? I am not embarrassed by anything I wore in the past because everyone has to discover their own style and everyone has to discover what suits them and what doesn't. One thing I do find really cringy about myself is one time I had like dreadlocks, so dread falls, and these were synthetic dreads, and instead of braiding them in, I just attached bright blue dreads over my black hair in just ponytails, and it looked like shit. I don't regret it, but it looked like shit. Then we have the questions from Patrick Silverrose. Have you been to a concert? If so, what was your favorite? I have been to a lot of concerts. I used to be a reviewer, so concert reviewer for several online magazines, so I went to a concert at least every 2 weeks. So I went to a lot of concerts, and I think up to now my favorite one has been Rob Zombie. I have seen him on Graspop 2 times and he is just amazing. Then we have the question by Taciturn. Are you a fan of Marilyn Manson? I really like him and it seems as if other gods do too. Now, I do like Marilyn Manson, but I don't listen to him anymore as much as I used to. So in my baby bad days, I think The Golden Age of Grotesque was one of the albums that just came out. So I listened to him a lot in the earlier days, but then I found his album Eat Me, Drink Me so boring that I don't listen to him as much anymore. I do like his music, I do like his fashion style, I do like the way he is as a person, but I'm not the hugest fan of him. It's just one of the bands I listen to. Then the question by Glampyra. What is your favorite place to travel and what would be your dream travel destination? So first, the place I've already been to that I really loved was Annecy, which is in France, and it's actually near a really big lake. It was a really pretty scenery, so there was mountains, there were lakes, there was a lot to do as well. They had like a concert hall, so they had evening activities during summer, at least when I went, and it was just a really calm place in most places. But if you went to the town, so the actual center of the town, there was really a lot of people, there was lots to do and lots to see, so I really liked that. And my dream travel destination, I think I would love to go to the US because a lot of my followers also are in the US, but I've never actually been there, and since it is harder for me to go to the US, I think that would be my dream travel destination. I just want to see a lot of the world still. I have been to Egypt, which was amazing as well, but yeah, I think my dream travel destination at this particular moment is the US. Then the questions by Wild Witch's Ramblings. If you could go anywhere in the universe, where would you go and why? That's a difficult question and I actually have no clue. I think I'm pretty well where I am right now. Question 2. If you were a chocolate, what flavor would you be? Would you have a soft inside or a nut, dark/milk chocolate/white chocolate? What would be the name of your chocolate? Well, my personal favorite chocolate is milk chocolate filled with caramel and sea salt, so I think that would be my chocolate. And of the name, I have no clue actually what to name a chocolate because most chocolates don't really have a name here, they just have like caramel sea salt chocolate. So yeah, maybe caramel sea salt chocolate is the name that I would give to it, since it just describes the taste. Then the question by Bruce Ward. Who was the first YouTube channel that you saw or followed, and how many do you follow now? So I think the first channel I actually followed here on YouTube and subscribed to and watched a lot of videos of was Tasmania TV. I really still enjoy her channel, and I'm gonna quickly check how many channels I follow because I am not sure how many that is by heart. Then the questions by Amy Critique. The first one: if your life was a song, what would the title be? The show must go on, or life goes on maybe. The second question: if you could only go to one concert for the rest of your life, what artist would you see and why? I think that's pretty easy for me. I would go to Muse, because Muse is one of the bands I haven't seen yet, and every show they give is a totally different show. So every tour they do, it's completely different. It's about different aesthetic, a different album, etc. But I maybe hesitate between Muse and Rob Zombie, because Rob Zombie is currently my favorite artist. But since I haven't seen Muse yet, I think I'm gonna go for Muse. And then the final question: which store would you choose to max out your credit card, if you have one? Well, I actually don't have a credit card, but if I would have one, I would go to a Sephora store. They don't actually have them here in Belgium, but if I could, I would go to a Sephora store where they have Kat Von D and all the other makeup brands that we don't have here in Belgium. And yeah, I think I would max out my credit there pretty fast. Then a question by Ave. I'm not sure if I'm saying this right, sorry if I'm not. If you could meet any celebrity or YouTuber, who would you choose? I've actually met quite a few celebrities in artist genres, so in metal artists I've met quite a few people, quite a few artists already because I had to interview them. If I could meet a YouTuber, for now I would go for Amy Critique, because we have become really close friends. I would love to just meet her in person and talk to her in person. I think that would be amazing. Then the questions by Pixie Willows. What made you start a YouTube channel, and what are your favorite videos to do? I actually wanted to make videos as a complement to my blog that I used to have. Well, I still have my blog, but I'm not as active on it anymore. So for my makeup tutorials that I just took pictures of first, I decided it would maybe be better if I had them in videos. And then I decided that I really liked making videos, so that's how I started making videos again on my channel. I think for now my favorite videos to do are kind of like the advice videos I do, because I have been getting great response on them. For example, the God at the Office video I've gotten great response on too, and those videos are really fun to make for me. Then a few questions by Deena Home. What is the style that inspires you the most? Cyber goth, classic goth, anything else? Well, actually I get inspired by all genres, and I just take bits and pieces from the ones I like most. I think at this particular moment I am mostly inspired by traditional goth looks. I really love teased hair, but it's really hard to tease mine. I also like industrial goth looks, so more like the not cyber but just dark rivet head goth looks. I think those are my main inspirations right now. Second question: do you plan on getting more body modifications? If yes, which ones? Yes, I do want to get more body modifications. I have a few tattoo appointments that have already been planned that I'm just waiting to come by. I'm also planning some more piercings. I'm not sure how many piercings I will get still. I would love to have a lip piercing again, but due to my job that will not be possible very soon. So I'm gonna get most likely a helix piercing, so on the top of my ear, and I'm pretty sure I will get more eventually because I really like body mods. And then the final question by her is: if you could design a piece of clothing, even a full outfit, what would you make? I would make a military-inspired dress that is still comfortable, so that would have like short sleeves, maybe half sleeves that would come up to here. I really like the military look of buttons, so maybe a corset type inspired front piece that goes over the dress maybe, or included into the dress. I'm not sure how fashion works that way. And then a skirt that goes maybe up to the knees. I really like the look of that most of the time. Yeah, that is form-fitting but really nice and accentuating. I really like military fashion, so yeah, I would inspire clothing by that if I could make it myself, but I can't. Then we have a question by Sarah Sun. What is your favorite hobby or thing you like to do? Right now the thing I like to do most in my free time is making YouTube videos, and it actually takes up quite a lot of my free time because it's filming and then editing, making sure I have pictures to work with to make the thumbnail out of. But if I'm not making YouTube videos, another hobby of mine is creating jewelry. So the jewelry I create I wear myself, or I post them on Etsy. Then we have a question by Lilith Morning. What is the weirdest YouTube channel you follow and why? I follow quite a lot of makeup channels, and I also follow a channel that makes molds. As in, if you make prosthetics, you have to make molds as well. So I think that channel is one of the maybe weirdest ones I follow. And then the second question, if money were no object, where in the world would you want to move to and live most, and why? I'm not sure really. I think it's pretty good here in Belgium to live, and as long as my boyfriend is with me, I'm fine. I mean, I have everything I want here. And then the final question by Max Black. What is one good tip for a baby bat? Be yourself and try all the things you want to try. That is the best tip I can give you. So yeah, try out everything you can, even if it's dreads, it's cyberlocks. If you want to try out fashion styles, makeup, this is the ideal moment. While you are still a baby bat, it is the perfect time to go and experiment with anything you want, and don't let other gods that maybe criticize you, so more of like elitist people, don't let them get to you. Everyone started out someday as a god. Everyone had to find their way into god fashion and what suited them as a person most, and that is not identical for anyone. So yeah, the best tip I can give you is try stuff out that you like and that you feel comfortable in, and that's the best way to go about it. So these were a lot of questions I got for my Q&A. Thank you all so much for entering and for sending me questions. I really liked replying them all. I might do future Q&As if you guys want them, so leave a comment down below if you want me to do future Q&As. If I do a future Q&A, I will of course make an announcement video, so you can leave your questions on that particular video. Maybe in 3 months time or in 4 months time, or if I hit 1000 subscribers one day, I will make another Q&A video for sure. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope this wasn't too long and too boring. So I'm gonna cut this video right here because I think it is way too long already. Thank you so much for watching. Maybe even subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I would love to have you here for every single video I make, and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye!